Hello, my name is Kyle Lork, and I'm a grants management consultant at the Office on Violence Against Women. Today I'll be showing you some highlights of the online systems you'll be using to support your grants, including the Grant Management System, or GMS, and the Grant Payment Request System. There are 4 roles in GMS. 2 of these roles have direct access to the system, and 2 do not. The primary point of contact, or POC, is the person who will be completing the main activities in GMS and overseeing the grant. Some of the POC's responsibilities include accepting the award, submitting progress reports and grant adjustments, and managing financial points of contact. The financial point of contact is responsible for requesting drawdowns of funds and submitting quarterly financial reports. Both the POC and FPOC have a user ID and a password for accessing GMS. The 2 roles that do not have access to GMS are the authorized signing official and the alternative point of contact. The authorized signing official has the responsibility of signing the official award document. You can assign an alternate point of contact, which is essentially an associate, essentially associates this person with the grant, allowing OVW staff to discuss the grant with this person. There are a number of grant adjustment notices, or GANs, that can be utilized in supporting your grant. The most common GANs are budget modifications, change of grantee authorized signing official or contact, change of project period or no-cost extension, and program office approval, which covers deliverables and anything not covered by the other GAN. Different GANs have different workflows, some having approvals required outside of the OVW office. Therefore, it could take some time for the GAN to be approved through the final stage. You should always try to submit the GAN in a timely manner, allowing for communication and completion of the workflow process. Discussing the GAN with your program specialist before submitting it is never a bad idea. So now we're going to step through the creation of a GAN in GMS. This is the GMS homepage where you'll access the system. You'll click on the GMS sign-in button to enter your user ID and password. If you don't know your user ID or need your password reset, please contact the OJP GMS Help Desk at the contact information on the bottom of this page. When you log into GMS as the primary point of contact, you will land on the application screen. You will notice that all the screens in GMS are laid out in such a way that the navigation is on the left of the screen and the main content is in the middle of the screen. Here you can see any applications submitted that are associated with the user ID that you use to log into the system. If we want to create a GAN, we will click on the Grant Adjustments link on the left, and this will take us to the GAN module. When you access the GAN module, you'll land on the All Active tab. This shows all GANs that have been submitted for review. You can also check for different GANs by status by clicking the links on the left: Change Requested, Approved, Denied, and Draft. The draft GAN is something that you initiated and saved, but have not yet submitted for review. We're going to want to create a new GAN, so we're going to click the Create Grant Adjustment link on the left. You'll select the type of GAN that you want to create. And we're going to be doing a budget modification GAN. So you'll click the Create button. Things to note about the budget modification GAN are they're only required if the cumulative changes to your budget exceed 10% of your award, you're allocating funds to a new budget category, your indirect cost rate has changed, or the scope has changed. If you're unsure if you need a budget modification GAN, please contact your program specialist and they can assist you. Once you click the Create button, you will select the award for which you want to create the GAN. So you'll select the radio button and then click the Select button. This is the budget modification GAN page. You can see some pertinent information regarding your grant at the top of the page. In the middle, you can see the budget categories, your approved budget, requested changes, and the revised budget. Any budget modifications will be entered in the requested changes to budget column in the middle. So if we take a closer look, we can see the categories and the approved budget. Let's say, for example, that you want to move $5,000 from supplies into personnel. Under the requested changes to budget, you would put a positive $5,000 for A, personnel. You would then put a negative $5,000 for E, supplies. The revised budget will show the updated totals for personnel and supplies. The total project cost should match under both the approved budget and the revised budget. You are required to include a justification for the change. You can provide that in the box under the budget information. If you need to attach any documentation, you can click the Add Attachment button. Under Actions, you will see Save, Submit, and Cancel. Saving the GAN will save the data to the database, and the GAN will have a status of draft. This will allow you to come back later to finish and submit the GAN. Clicking Submit will submit the GAN for OVW review. This would then be viewable in the All Active link on the left. If you click Cancel, nothing will be saved to the database. The next GAN that we're going to take a look at is the Change of Project Period GAN, also known as no-cost extension. The no-cost extension can be created in GMS up to 30 days before the end of the grant. We do recommend that you contact your program specialist 60 to 90 days before the end of the grant. Just like before, we'll click Create Grant Adjustment and then select the GAN type from the drop-down. We'll select Change Project Period and click the Create button. We'll again select the award for which we want to create the GAN and click Select. You will see the grantee information on the top of the page, and under Change Project Period, we will enter the new project end date. Make sure to include a justification, and you can add the required letter documenting the remaining funds, goals, and activities by clicking the Add Attachment button. Once everything is attached in an order, you can click the Submit button so OVW can review the GAN. Other popular GANs are the Change Grantee Authorizing Signing Official and Change Grantee Contact or Alternate Contact Principal Investigator. These should be used anytime the POC or authorized rep changes during the life of the grant. Another greatly used GAN is the Program Office Approval. This can be used as a catch-all for anything that doesn't quite fit into the other GAN categories. Make sure to contact your program specialist if you're not sure what type of GAN you need to create. Up next, we're going to discuss everybody's favorite, progress reporting. Again, when you log into GMS as the primary POC, you will land on the application screen. To access the progress reports, you'll click on the awards link on the left. You will then see all of the awards associated with this account. If you do not see an award linked, it is associated with a different GMS account. You'll click the Semi-Annual Progress Report link under Action. This is the Semi-Annual Progress Report homepage. You will see the progress reports associated with the grant. You have a few options under the action header. To initiate a new progress report, click the Create button. If you want to continue working on a progress report, click the Update button. If you want to review a report that's been submitted or approved, click the View button. Please note that if you want to take any action on a report, do not click the View button. We're going to start a new report, so we're going to click the Create button. This will bring you to the Report Overview page. You will see some report information at the top of the screen. You will select the report type from the drop-down. All of the reports will be regular, except for the last report for the grant, which will be your final report. Select the report type and click Save and Continue. You will then land on the Download PDF page. The reports will be completed outside of GMS on your machine. Please make sure that you have the most recent version of Adobe Acrobat Reader installed on your machine. In the table in the middle of the screen, there will be a solicitation main link to download your reporting form. Once you click that link, you'll be prompted to open or save the file. Select Open. And then your form will open in Adobe Reader. At this point, you should save the PDF to a local drive, click File, and Save As in Adobe Reader. Select a location where you'll be able to find the report at a later time. You should also use an appropriate naming convention when saving the file. This will greatly help you later when you need to upload the report. So this is the first page of the report. Please be sure to read the brief instructions. This is the second page of the report, is where you'll start to enter the data. Please make sure that the grant number and the reporting period dates are correct. This information is pre-populated in the form and is checked when you upload the form. If the dates are not correct, please make sure that you're downloading the correct form. The report is designed to be completed in a top-to-bottom fashion. Certain questions will open up sections to be editable in the report. If you do not approach the form from the top down, you may not be able to enter data in some sections until the appropriate questions are answered. On the very last page of the report, you'll find a Validate button. All forms need to be validated before GMS will allow them to be updated. Click the Validate button. You will receive some feedback. You will see a red circle. If you see a red circle with an X, this is a validation error. You will see the issue and corresponding question and page number. If you select yes to correct the issue, selecting no will continue with the validation process, allowing you to go through the entire validation to see all the errors before fixing them. If you see a yellow triangle, that's a warning. You'll have the same option to go to the question to make any changes, but the form will validate with warnings. It will not validate with errors. Once all the errors have been fixed and you validate the form, you will get a message that the form has been successfully validated. At this point, you must resave your report. You will now go back into GMS and access the report as we have done previously. And then you will click the Upload PDF link on the left. On this page, you will click the Upload button, and then you will be prompted to upload your report. So you will go in, you'll click Browse, and find your report, remembering what you named it and where you named it. Once the report is completely uploaded, you'll receive this message saying that the progress report upload was successful. And you will then see on that page, it'll refresh, and you'll see a generic link on the left of the table showing that the report has been uploaded. At this point, it hasn't been submitted yet. If you need to make any changes, you can click the Update button and go in and upload a corrected report if needed. If we continue, we go to the Attachments page. Please don't include any attachments. There is a difference between uploading a report and attaching a report. Only reports that are uploaded will be part of our data analysis. If it's attached, it will not be. So if you do attach it and submit it, it'll most likely be change requested back to you, so you can then upload it properly. So from here, we're going to click the Submit Report button on the left. And that is going to take us to the Submit Report page. And here you'll see a table with the requirements for the report and a status of each. Anything that is incomplete will show as incomplete with a link. So here, if we click you can see that the certification is incomplete. So if we click the Incomplete button for the certification, this will take us to the certification page. You'll verify that everything on here is accurate and correct. and then you'll click the Accept and Continue button on the bottom. And this will take us back to the Submit Report page. And here you can see the only thing that is incomplete is the actual report submission. So you'll click the Submit Report button, and at that point, it will be submitted to OVW for review. Once it's submitted, you'll see this confirmation screen saying that it's been successfully submitted. And if you go back to the report page, you can see the status is now submitted, and the only action you have is view. You can't make any changes at this time. So let's say that it is change requested back to you. You will get a notification email directly from GMS. When you come back in here, in the upper right-hand corner, you can see the link for correspondence. If you click on that link, you will get additional information on why the report was change requested. So here we can see it's change requested, and under action, there is an update button. You would click update, go back in just as we did before, and you could make the changes to the report and upload it as we did previously and resubmit it. Let's say we resubmit it and it's approved. When we come back in here and look, you can see the status is now approved, and the only action that you have available is view. Next, we're going to take a look at our federal financial reports. Now, the financial reports are submitted by a financial point of contact, but first I'm going to show you how to create a new financial point of contact. So right now we're still logging in as the primary point of contact. So you'll log in and you'll land on the application screen, and then on the left-hand side there is a link, Manage Users. You will click the Manage Users link, and this will take you into the Manage Users module. If you click on the left, Manage FPOC, that will list all of the FPOCs that have ever been associated with your organization. If you click on any of the names are links, and you can get additional information. So here you can see the information on the person on the top of the screen. Note that their user ID is also included there. Sometimes people end up with more than one account because you can have multiple FPOCs associated with a grant. So if they're trying to figure out who's assigned to what and which user ID, this will help you in doing that. So we've clicked on the link, you get the information on top, and you see the user ID. Under here you can see assigned awards, and there's a drop down there for assigned, and you can in there change the selection to denied or assign as you would like, and on the bottom there's a save and continue button. That is how you will assign and unassign users to different grants. Now if you want to create a brand new FPOC, you would click the Create FPOC link on the left, and that'll bring you to this page. You'll fill out all the information about the new FPOC, and you can assign the available awards at the bottom of the page, and then on the bottom, underneath the assignments, there'll be a Submit button. So at this point, we've created the FPOC, and now we are logging into GMS as the FPOC. So you'll log in, you're going to land on the application screen, although this one's going to be a little bit different with the options that you're going to see. And you're going to click the Financial Status Reports link on the side. That is going to list out all of the awards that are assigned to this FPOC. And under Action, you're going to click Financial Status Report. So now we're looking at all of the reports for an individual grant. You can see the reporting periods, the type, due dates, and any status associated. So we are going to go in and click Create to create a new one. And this is the top section of the financial report. Here you'll have some information on the grantee. What you're going to enter here is 5. You can put in an accounting number or an identifying number. It's not required. It's optional. Number 6 for final report. You signify whether it's final or not, and for the basis of accruing, it will either be cash or accrual. The first time you go in and submit a report, you'll have the option to select. After that, it will be hard-coded to the rest of the reports. It'll be the same. The second section is where you're going to be entering all of your expenditures for the reporting period. So you'll have your expenditures, any unliquidated obligations. If you have any match requirements or any program income earned, this is where you would enter that information. And the bottom, or the third section of the report, there's a box for any remarks. So if you had to make any changes or anything like that, you would put an explanation in there. You'll certify the submission, and then you'll click the Submit button. One thing that you need to keep in mind is you need to submit your reports on time. The reports are due, all of your regular reports are due 30 days after the reporting period. Your final reports are due 90 days after the end of the period of performance. If you don't submit them on time, it can result in a hold on your grant funds. And this hold is an auto-generated function within GMS. There's a job that runs at night, and once that day hits, it'll automatically create again, and it'll put a hold on your funds. There's nothing that we can do to stop that. So make sure to get them done early and on time, and you won't have to worry about having your funds frozen. Once you then submit the reports, if they are frozen, the same process will occur. GMS will acknowledge that the report's been submitted, and there'll be a GAN created to release the funds back to you. Okay, next we're going to look at the Grant Payment Request System, or GPRS. Here is the GPRS homepage, and only the financial points of contact will be using GPRS. The primary point of contact won't be accessing GPRS. So the first time you come into GPRS, you're going to need to register. Once you're registered, you log in just like you would log into GMS, but the first time you need to register. So we're going to click on the registration link. And here you're going to enter your GMS username. So your username and password will be the same for both GPRS and GMS. You'll enter your username and your password, and then you'll complete some security questions to set up your account. And then you will get a confirmation screen saying that your registration has been submitted. Shortly thereafter, you'll receive an email with directions on how to log into the system. So once you log in, you'll see there are 4 tabs. It's the active award list, your user profile, transaction history, and you create payment request. So this is the active award list. Here you can see all of your awards that you're currently assigned to, the award amounts, any requested funds, any hold amounts, dates associated with requests, or I'm sorry, dates associated with the beginning and ending of the grant. This is your transaction history. So again, it'll list out all of the grants and any transactions associated with that. The user who is responsible for the transaction. You can also see you can cancel it, all the way on the right. If it hasn't been processed yet, and for some reason you need to cancel it, you could click the cancel button, and that will cancel your request. So the one you'll probably be using a lot is the Create Payment Request. And from here on the left-hand side, you will select the award number from the drop-down. You'll enter the draw type, the expense claim begin and end date, and the requested payment amount. Thing to note with the begin and end dates, none of your payment requests can overlap. So depending if you're doing it, say, every 2 weeks, and you submit one for December 1st through December 15th, your next one would have to start on December 16th through the 31st. If you did December 14th, it would overlap. GPRS wouldn't accept it. So make sure that your request dates don't overlap. And another thing to note is at the end of the month, the last 5 days, payment requests are not processed. So you can enter them in Jeepers and they'll be put in a queue to be processed starting on the 1st, but the last 5 days of each month, your payments won't be processed. So please plan accordingly when you're requesting payments. So we're going to touch quickly on subaward reporting requirements. So all federal grant recipients are required to submit all subawards greater than $25,000 electronically on fsrs.gov. Recipients will have until the end of the month, plus the additional month after the subaward is obligated to fulfill the reporting. So if the subaward is made, let's say, the middle of October, you have till the end of November to submit it online. Here's the website that you can go to, fsrs.gov, and there's an online training and subaward reporting, and there's guidance in the FSRS awardee guide. Here are some important contacts. If you're having any issues with GMS, you can give us a call or send us an email. We'll help you out with that. Anything except password resets. Password resets is a different contact, so you'll have that information. And any financial related questions, you can contact the GFMD hotline. That's our Grants Financial Management Division, and they'll be happy to assist you. Thank you.